What's going on, everybody? Thinking Game Podcast. I know it's sleeting outside. I know it's people think the world gonna win because it's sleeting outside. But guess what? We here. We recording. Hope everybody get home safe. Don't slide around. You know, it get icy around this time. Everybody want to drive slow. Grocery stores are packed. By the time you get there, everything gone. Eggs, milk, cereal, all that gone. It don't be nothing left but the vegan stuff. Who want to eat that? So, my bros, they may get in today. It's been crazy. They probably trying to get home too. So they may pop in, but I'm gonna go ahead and pop it off.
Why you over there looking at me? Why my girl standing here?
So we're gonna warm up a little bit. First question is, do we support our local officials? Do we support our local officials? Let's talk
Who
about
look
it.
like us aren't elected because our communities don't support us. We don't understand when people say, them yard signs cost $5. So if I buy 2,500, if I buy 250 yard signs, do the math. When I'm on 102, 102 knows that black older people listen to it and they charge accordingly, right?
So, ran across this today. Well, a couple of days ago, actually. Thought I should talk about this. Do we support our local officials? It's really a two-sided kind of coin, almost. The weird thing about politics is, without support, without people knowing you, it's really hard to get voted in. And the question is, how do you get to the point where people know you and they can vote you in? Because it's two sides, right? You can say they don't support, but they can also say, do you ever come to the area where I'm at or where I live? And they can say, yes, I do, but you don't ever come to the meetings. You don't ever come to the drives and stuff that we're having. You don't ever donate. So it's like a tug of war of what's really the truth. It's like this side, that side, then the truth's in the middle. And I think regular working people, it's hard to get them locked in if they don't know you because they're bustling every day, going to work 9 to 5 and 7 to 4, however you put it, dropping kids off, picking kids up. Just a regular person life. Do they have time to make space for some officials if they don't know you? You just come out of nowhere talking about vote for me. And I haven't seen you in the past 4 years. Could be a valid point. Let me know in the comments. Do you support your local officials? Do you even know who are the representatives and the senators of Arkansas, or Little Rock, that represent Pulaski County? I don't know. Do you know those people, or do you not? What's going on, brother?
Right. Yo, Zen.
Came right in on time, man.
Yeah, I thought you said
Question
your
is,
internet was down.
it
Yo,
is. I'm using my phone as a hotspot,
uh,
so I'm riding dirty right now. I hope it's working pretty good though. But
yeah,
Do we support our local officials or no? Let me play this video for you real quick. Let me start it back over. See what you think about it.
Why people who look like us aren't elected? Because our communities don't support us. We don't understand when people say, "Give me a yard sign." Them yard signs cost $5. So if I buy 2,500, if I buy 250 yard signs, do the math. When I'm on 102, 102 no to it, and they charge accordingly, right?
So, just think about that, man. I think she's like an official too down in Houston. I think
Yeah.
she was on Willie D show.
Yeah.
Just think about that.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence about it. You know.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's really a two-sided coin kind of situation. It's like their side, regular people's side, our side, and the truth's in the middle.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to get to the truth of it because there's so many layers to it. But because when you're working every day, you're working 9 to 5, taking care of kids. Did you have the money outside of your operating budget to donate towards, politicians and stuff like that?
Yeah.
She's saying $5 a sign, okay, but you want somebody to sacrifice $5, and that could be food. They could be a box of macaroni and cheese,
Yeah.
some Kool-Aid, some ramen noodles for somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you saying you need it for a sign, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Man, I get it though. You know.
And then, another side of the coin, they can say, well, we don't never see you in the hood. And they can say, well, I do come to the community center and do meetings, but you never show up. And then that could be a valid point, too.
Well.
You know what I'm saying? Because they do have meetings and stuff, community meetings and stuff like that. Just nobody never go to them.
Yeah.
And, on the other side, when you get off work, man, you've been at work all day.
Man.
It take a different kind of person to make that sacrifice your time, what you deem free time to go to this meeting for another 2 hours. You've been at work for 8 hours, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot, man.
Yeah, because a lot of them doing it for free too. So
Who's doing it for free?
tell me when they had those meetings and stuff like that.
That's part of their job, though.
Yeah, that's what I say.
I think they have to do like city managers, like those city, what you call them, city directors and stuff. Yeah, I think that's part of their job. They have to kind of do those as far as keeping the community informed, whether they come or not. They just have to do it.
But yeah, I did notice they did a little better with scheduling the meetings a little bit at a later time than that time people get out work.
Yeah, I think the live streaming, they live stream them a lot too. They be doing that a lot more too.
They always did that though. But people don't watch TV like that no more.
Yeah, they be on Facebook. They live streaming on Facebook. A lot of people be watching it. Like 100 some people. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear somebody argue about like silly stuff. I don't know, but sometimes you deem it silly stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll talk about the real stuff, man. We talk about some stuff. It's like, man, come on, man.
But I think
who cares if the street signs green? Who cares if the street signs green? Who cares? Street sign.
Sometimes they don't say the big stuff because they really can't affect change like that.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, for sure.
I was listening to some people in Chicago, and they were calling their mayor out on promises he made to go against Trump and things like that. Well, what is a mayor going to do on the street level against Trump's, administration and his executive orders? You know what I mean? Those were false promises. He said that he wasn't going to go after the immigrants. You know what I mean? Things like that.
I mean, he not. It's a federal thing. It has nothing to do with him. It's federal.
Yeah, I mean, but he making. When he was running, he was making those promises and things like that.
Selling dreams, yeah.
People always saying, well, I've been going blue all my life. Now I'm going to go red. Switching sides really ain't
I got a slide for that.
like you think it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a person by person. We gotta pick better people, regardless of their affiliation, whether they're crippin' and blooded. You know what I mean? Whichever
think-
one, Republican or Democrat.
I think as a community, if we want to see a change, we have to cultivate a generation of people to go into politics. We have to. If not, it ain't gonna never change. It's always gonna be the people that they choose. But if we don't ever cultivate it, like when we was growing up, if people really talk about politics, they talked about it, but they never told us like, hey, to be a politician, man, you gonna have to ride a certain way, man. Some stuff you just can't do. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go into it riding dirty. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. It's like a sports analogy. We all
Yeah.
talk about the Cowboys and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And we think our support is going to change the team. Somebody needs to start working out, or get your kids to work out to get actually on the team to make
Right.
that effective change. And
Right.
that doesn't start, you know what I mean, when you're 40 years old in the stands. You know, that start, you know what I mean, with the kid mentorship in kindergarten. We don't talk about building forests. We can't build a tree. We can't put a tree right there, but we can plant a seed and help that tree grow.
Because most of what I'm seeing, most of the time, people that get into politics, it's really not happenstance. You know what I'm saying? They kind of been connected the whole time. We just not around them to see it. You know what I'm saying? They kind of had the game, somebody giving them the game along the way, things to think about, things to look out for, and you kind of get molded into it. But just coming off the street, going into politics, I don't know if it works like that. I don't think you can do it like that. You know what I'm saying? Or you got to be really infamous or famous or something like that. But if you just Joe Smo that work yourself, talking about I'm gonna run for mayor, nobody know you. I'm like, man.
The way it's looking now, you don't even need nothing.
I mean, you can use a social media following. You know what I mean?
You can be a billionaire tech, and
hey, you don't even need to be elected. You know what I mean? They just value your opinion. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, he can, but not you. Not
us.
us. He can. Not us. They ain't got Byron Allen up there. They got him. Not like
Don't get caught slipping.
But you know what I mean? Everything you do in life, like when those kids, like, when you go in ROTC, they're going to put that on your little resume. You
100%.
served in the Army for 10 years.
Boy.
You know what I mean? Afghanistan, he's a veteran. You know what I mean? You can see, like, even somebody like Tom Cotton, every little step he took was trying to get him to office. You know what I mean? I remember when he first got out of the military, I was like, man,
Nah, I think he went to go see the Grand Wizard of Oz.
oh yeah, he had to bow down. He definitely bowed down.
Off to see the Grand Wizard. All right, man. Oh man. All right. The next one is understanding your surroundings. I thought this was pretty funny, man. Trying to warm us up. Let me find the video. Which one is it?
Dominoes.
When you were locked up?
When I was locked up. Hey man, can y'all play with watching your mouth? Because I don't play these games. These games. I don't play them. So I'm playing. Dude, everybody say, oh, they got their mouth on watch. Cool, I'm playing boom. I remember I called 10. Dude called 10 right behind me, but he said, follow that 10 inches in you.
Oh.
I immediately just threw my dominoes down and walked up to my cell. And everybody kept telling me,
Man,
hey,
that's crazy.
You better go put on your boots. Man, what did I say? What did I say? You just said 10 inches in you to Ali. Hey, man, you better go put on your goddamn boots.
Because black people, old school black guys, don't play that gay shit. And in prison, they really don't play that gay shit.
It ain't, yo, man, 10 in your mouth. 10 in there. No. Because now the prison world is watching.
Yeah,
everybody in the streets is watching, man.
And you said what? What happened to you?
Man.
What was said? I don't think that people understand the politics and the dynamics of what happens in this position.
Mm-hmm.
He got to pay for that severely.
Mm.
And I'm not the type of person. And I tell anybody, they want to know who I really am and my real heart of hearts, who I really, really am. If they watch Ari Shaffir, this is not happening. They watch the Mitchell story. Mitchell is the only thing that I can explain to people how I truly am, because I don't have, once my mind is set, there are no consequences. There's what I'm going to do and then what you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to kill SCO behind disrespect, and I was going to go back to my cell. I wasn't trying to get away. It wasn't no, oh, you gonna kill him, then you gonna, no. I'm gonna kill this man, and I'm gonna walk back to my cell. And whenever they come get me, my be packed up, because this man violated
That's
something.
crazy, but that's, hey, kids, y'all want to go to jail, man. It's crazy, man. You got to understand your surroundings, man. They telling you the mindset you got to have, man. Who want to live like that? That's crazy, but I guess you go there, you ain't got no choice. I mean, it's like people in jail. That's the crazy thing. People don't realize they'll try you just like that. It starts like that, like a little side talk. You know what I'm saying? You know. See, in the hood, you can walk away when you're on the streets. You free. You can walk away. You just be like, man, I ain't worried about that. Depending on where you at, I don't know. But when you in jail, though, you really can't walk away. Y'all inside of the vicinity y'all in and stuff. So it's pretty crazy.
He made a good point about consequences. We like to avoid consequences, right? So we know, like, in the hood, we can walk away. It's a consequence to walking away. You might have to deal with people starting to talk to you. You know what I mean? You can do something. You can fight them. You can shoot them. It's consequences to that too. So you got to choose your consequences. That's a dangerous man, because he don't care about consequences.
He said once he get to that point, he said if I get to that point, he said he don't do it every time, but if he get to that point,
when he's pushed to a certain level, and a lot of people don't care about consequence until the second or third year in prison. I should have did this, or I should have did that. Those shoulda, coulda, wouldas come in effect. But when they see red, people crash out. Well, if
self-control.
this to my wife, if somebody do this to this, you know what I mean? If somebody say something to me in the free world, I'm gonna slap anybody if they say something to me. There's consequences behind it.
Yeah. Self-control, man, is a lost art, man. You know, you definitely could lose it. You gotta be careful, man, because they was talking about on Vlad TV. He was talking to somebody. I think he was talking to, was it Rico Reckless? I think, but he was saying. He think that King Von and NBA YoungBoy got into it over a young lady or something like that, or a woman, and he ended up getting killed. Quando going to the feds, Lil Durk going to the feds. NBA YoungBoy, is he in jail too?
Yeah.
And he said this woman, not with NBA YoungBoy no more, had a baby by an NBA player, and she doing Fashion Nova commercials now. You know what I'm saying?
That's why.
And that's why you gotta have self-control, man. People move on, man. You know what I'm saying? You go through all that trouble over a person, a beef over a baby mama.
Yeah.
And she move on.
You gotta realize some stuff too. I mean, if this dude killing, setting up people, robbing them, killing people for no reason at the drop of a hat, I don't want no problems with him or his baby mama. You know what I mean? I'm avoiding that whole situation. Win or lose, you still lose.
Everybody
when you got two dudes from the trenches, though, one from New Orleans, one from Chicago, I mean, within their own right, it's like two heavyweights. I mean, they not gonna back down. That's the thing. Like it ain't weak to back down. It's just I don't want them problems. But that's the thing. When you in the trenches,
you know who people got reputations, women got reputations. You know who people is.
Right.
I'm gonna get another one off that. You know what I mean? Nobody won. Well, she won, kind of. People did, and other people.
That's what he was saying. That's pretty much what he was saying. Nobody wins. Most of these beefs be over women. A lot of dudes in jail over a woman, man. Sometimes they just don't want to say it. They don't want to be embarrassed in front of a woman.
Now they're playing a role as a woman in jail because there ain't no guns in jail.
Boy, For
You know
real.
what I mean? They like the little dreads and the little face tattoos.
You know the
and
mind, yeah,
throat
the
tattoos.
mindset you
They
gotta
like
have.
that.
You know, a lot of dudes ain't ready for that. These young bulls, you know what kind of mindset you gotta have to walk up on somebody and stab them? Like, you gotta look them in their eyes and stab them. Even just stabbing somebody from behind, it's different than shooting somebody where you can shoot somebody from a distance. Stabbing somebody is up close and personal, man. You know,
Or you know what I mean?
Man,
You know, they
that's-
want to. You know what? Matter of fact, you their enemy. They want to make love to their enemy every day. They want to look you in the eye and stab you with something else, and it's not a knife.
boy.
You know what I mean? So, and you know, you a shooter when on the street, but ain't no guns in there. Well, maybe a Glock Dookie.
Boy,
That's it.
boy, that's it. But yeah. But then I think I was watching Mano, man. He was like, you know what I'm saying? In jail, it's a lot of dudes who put in their work. They mean to just stab somebody, but then you end up killing them. And now that add on years to your sentence, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when you know your surroundings, in jail, you really don't have a choice. You got to do something or it's going to keep coming. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. This is just crazy, man. If you don't pop the blackhead, it's going to keep getting bigger. It ain't going to, you know what I'm
It's
saying?
programmed to keep you in there. Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
the man, the government, the system get you in there, and then
Boy.
the criminal system, the inmate's gonna keep you in there because you got to join a group, you got to put in work, or people gonna try you, and the only way, without getting a sex change in there, you know what I mean, forcible sex change, you got to do something violent.
Them boys was already there before they got there. They just
I mean, but you know, some
But
people
but you
force
know, but
this
you
shit.
got to think though, Phil, it's some dudes out there that's so psychotic. They want somebody that's regular. They don't want the dude that's already like that. They get a thrill out of taking a dude's manhood that's regular. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's dudes out there that's like that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, but it's for real. You know
I mean,
what I'm
it's
saying?
predators outside.
They don't want to
people.
do. They don't want to do the suspect. That's too easy. They don't want to do the suspect. They want to literally like want to do the fight for it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, but it's pretty crazy. Man.
Yeah, them the one. You know, a lot of them be the ones that you know they done did some or you know acting. You know, like you big and bad, but you in real gladiator school.
Boy, you ain't
Bro,
gladiator
And
school
they got a
100.
punch for you.
Yeah.
You know, but either or, like a lot of this stuff, man. A lot of them boys be already like that on the fence and stuff. For
Yeah.
real.
You
100.
know, I ain't got a dog in the fight. I ain't been there. I can't talk from personal experience. You know what I mean?
No. I just see
I just want
documentaries.
our youth, you know what I mean, everybody just to make the proper decisions
Man. It ain't
going
worth it,
forward. Because spending
think somebody,
years, spending a moment in a cell can change your life.
Mm-hmm.
I think somebody killed somebody at a hotel today, man. Over there, over there by the Southwest
Slam.
Power Pool. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Dude,
At
crazy,
bar,
man.
Early in the morning.
Early in the morning. What you doing at them hotels at early in the morning? It can't be nothing good. You know what I'm saying?
No, then you ran the metro. I'm like, boy, this boy,
Yeah.
he done for it. They caught him
he
what in
done.
like 30 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
young
Yeah.
dude.
Definitely
And that's
too
another
cold
thing, like
and too early to be out there doing
at
nonsense.
them hotels. It ain't like he's at the DoubleTree. This dude's at the boy. Nothing go down good at them motels, man. Nothing.
Nothing. Even when we was younger, it wasn't nothing good
Boy,
going down.
it used to be the Red Roof Inn, right?
I think it still is. One of them. I think.
Yeah, it's Red Roof, but I think it's American Best.
Yeah, ain't no
Something.
telling, man.
Some best value, something like that.
How do they stay open? That's the crazy thing, dude. They stay open. They've been there for years, man. Since we
I
was
mean,
kids.
they've been.
You know how they stay over.
I mean, I know it's jokes and everything in there. It's some odds, but all kind of serious.
Sooner or later.
Oh hey.
The thirst.
I mean, that hotel been on the episode of Cops.
Yeah.
Was it? It was on an episode of Cops. Wow.
The dude I know got pulled over on Cops right at that gas station, the Exxon.
Yeah.
Hey, boy.
RP.
Yeah. We used to hang over there. Well, I did. We ain't had no business over there in high school. What are you doing over
Boy,
there?
we ain't got no business. All right, guys, check out this dude, man. I seen this dude on
How we like black men specifically get into like these low probability career goals, right? ball player, entertainment, rapping, all of these things that have like there's like less than 1% of the population do, and even at an elite level, 1% of 1% do. And I think we have a bad habit of really playing the lottery with our life. Now, I've always been an advocate for like if you're not going the college route, to go to trade school route, because even if you do have a dream, well, we in here chasing dreams right now. You know what I'm saying? But we got a foundation set. It ain't necessarily always got to be that you got kids. It's for your own individual self. You need to set a foundation. Like, you got to get some money. This is capitalism 101. You ain't got no money and you chasing a dream. Motherfuckers ain't trying to give you no free room and board. And then what's the alternative? Especially like you want to get into different careers, you got to start selling drugs. Niggas end up selling drugs, then niggas end up not being good at selling drugs. Now you doing drugs. And we've seen it play out time and time and time again, where I think that we have an entire tradition around 16 to 22-year-old men that don't get any real foundation in their life. They start chasing a dream, and then before you know it, you're a real adult, and you have expectations and responsibilities, not only from your family, but it could be from the aspect of like your friends. You seeing your friends progress and move on. And I get it, like, the culture will tell you, like, I ain't getting no job, I ain't finna go work for nobody. But even in entrepreneurship, that's a big risk. A lot of niggas that call themselves serial entrepreneurs are serially broke and drowning in debt. Credit card debt, for one. Taking out loans that they can't pay back because the risk didn't pay off. You know what I'm saying? They now, it's like a constant state of robbing Peter to pay Paul. If we get to a place where we set ourselves up with like a real foundation, of course, the dream never die. The thing that you want to do is never going to go away. I think advocating for us to get more into like technical fields, getting a trade, welding, like things that can be applicable not only to yourself, but to the community. There's like a real thing about this rags to riches story that we don't really fell in love with. And the probability of it happening is less than 1%. And we can't base 99% of our 16 to 22-year-olds futures on less than 1% of success rates. And
So, man, y'all think he got a point, or you think he just talking, he just rambling?
Yeah, I mean, of
You
course.
said most people go out to their 1% instead of finding something in the foundation. There's more.
But I mean that 1%, it could be anything.
Yeah,
It can
100%.
be being a businessman. You know, I mean, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur with no real skills or certifications or anything like that. People like to chase the dream. Everybody wants to be rich, but you know, going to college or working a job is slow money, and nobody wants slow money. They want that big risk and big reward.
Yeah, Pill. How hard is it? How hard is it being an entrepreneur, Pill? How hard is it?
I'm not fully an entrepreneur, but it's not hard. It's just you gotta have great time management, man. That's it. That's the most.
man.
That's the biggest thing that I would see. You know, time
Yes.
management. But everything has its little ups and downs. But
Not
to
only
me, it's not as hard as people mapping it out to be. But then again, I work a job too, but I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I ain't doing it just full time.
I think even a job, entrepreneurship, or anything you want to be great at, not only do you got to have time management, you got to be consistent at something. You got to be consistent, and you got to take care of yourself so you can be consistent. It's like a lot of detailed stuff that you got to do that a lot of people don't want to do. Like, if you know you don't like this in your diet, your body don't like this, you probably don't need to eat. You got to find what you can afford in the realm of what you can eat that's going to give you the energy to do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Being reliable. A lot of people don't want to do that, but if you own a business, it's on you. You have to be reliable, you have to be consistent, and you got to make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that come, like you said, time management and self-management.
Yeah.
You are the person. You are the boss. If you didn't like getting up for school, you're not gonna like getting up for your own business, and you control your money. When you get up, what you eat, what you drink, the rest you get. You know what I mean? It's
Yep.
on you. You have to manage all that. All of this is basically a 24-hour job, and you
Mhm.
don't like to work. But all of a sudden, you're going to be a good entrepreneur. You know what I mean? You're
Right.
going to be good at running a business.
Right.
You never was good at math. You didn't try to work on that. You didn't try to gain knowledge. You know, you still like if you cutting yards, you installing cameras. You know what I mean? You in tech, whatever you are doing, you put fences together. Research that. You know what I mean? Get better at your own craft. Increase knowledge. You can't increase skill without increasing knowledge. You know what I mean? Experience only gets you so far. You know what I mean? I've been doing this since I was 6 years old. Well, things are improving all the time. You know what I mean? We're getting new techniques and there's more knowledge out there. So
And then too, go ahead, Phil. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the reality. After you do the research, you gotta understand the reality too. Like, it's in the business plan, like feasibility. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing. Sometimes the banks ask you, like, is it feasible in the area that you're trying to serve? The service that you're providing? They ask you that. I didn't even think that was a thing, but it is. And they'll say, what's the median income for the area? Oh, the median income is 35 to 40.
Yeah.
And then they just start grilling you. I've had it happen, man. It's pretty crazy, but it's like, so I think I was trying to do the cameras one time. So I said, like, so you think if you went to a person's house in Southwest and asked her to buy like a full camera system, they're gonna give you, X amount of dollars or whatever. And I said, yeah, they would. I went and did it. It's like, you know what they tell me? I could go to Sam's, man, to buy that. But I'm just keeping it real, man. I mean, you got to understand, like we was talking about with that politician. She was like, man, if I need signs, they cost $5 a sign. $5 may not mean that much to you to buy a sign, but somebody else, that's some food that lasts them for like 3 or 4 days. You know what I'm saying? And it's just kind of how it goes. You know what I'm saying? And people always say, well, why they always go over there to the other side of town? That's kind of where the money is. People got extra income to spend. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand that part too.
You gotta watch the product you're selling. Are you selling a premium product? Something that's going to be $40, $100, $200 services, like the cameras, or you're selling something like a beauty product. Hair stores, they sell cheaper items, but they sell them in volume. You know what I mean? They're selling $1,001 units a day.
And that's the thing, right? That's the reality part of it. If you sell something cheap and it breaks in 2 months, they're gonna blame you for it. Even though you both know that they wanted something cheap, they still gonna trash you on Facebook. Man, that nigga Mike showed me some junk cameras, man.
A camera is something that's got to be premium. You know what I mean? Something.
No, but people don't. I'm trying to tell you, man. They don't want premium when you present it to them. Like, oh, nah, man, you ain't got that. Man, give me the $20 camera, man.
I mean, that's what you're selling. You can either be Walmart or you can be Gucci. You know what I mean? So it's either one. A premium product is Gucci. Walmart sells a lot more than Gucci, but Gucci sells it at a higher price. It's a premium product. They have a target audience. And that's
what I'm saying is Walmart has way more things that they sell. But if you just sell cameras and that's your livelihood,
your business got to be like that. If you're,
even.
I'm not talking
even
about
with the yard, right? Even with the yard, like Peel gives somebody a discount. Just generally, I'm not saying anybody in general. I'm just saying if somebody say, "Man, I ain't got no money. Can you do it for 20?" And Peel say, "Yeah, I'll do it for 20," and he missed a spot. Dude, a person to go on Facebook and say, "Ah, man, he came over and cut my yard, man. He ain't even weed eat it right, man. He only." That's the kind of stuff you deal with, man. It's crazy.
That's the price of business.
$20. I say for $20,
no, I'm just using an example.
Not expect nothing good.
But they do. If people do, though, I'm trying to tell you.
The world we live in, you get what you pay for. I don't, care what your expectation was. I'm selling a product. You get it for $5. It break in 2 weeks. You buy another one. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You roll it too hard. It's affordable to replace.
Like I say, I have had someone try to go the cheaper route, and then I come back to it. I'm like, oh yeah, you tried to get somebody else. You tried to get a great value, lawman, and see what they did.
Boy.
You know what I'm saying? You got spoiled goods. But
Says grass look like Bobby Brown WAP. Remember that WAP?
man,
It
hey, I
carried on the
swear,
side.
I swear, boy, cut a whole patch in your stuff, boy.
Then I just want to say this too, man, before we get off this topic is we was talking about chasing that 1% of playing the lottery. Man, you really got to be realistic about where you're at, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes people don't want to face the realistic part, like, of where they at. Like, I'm pretty sure we all had to face that. All three of us had to face that when we was younger. Like, what are we really doing and where we at? And you have to really get to that point so you can know where to go, you know what I'm saying? But you got to admit to where you at first. Like you said, have that foundation, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it ain't and it's like it ain't all about sports or being a rapper.
No.
Everybody deserves to be a millionaire. Well, why Mike a millionaire and I'm not? Well, you know what I mean. Why Pia got a #1 album and I don't? I'm special too.
Right.
I am special. God made me special. So where's my million? Where's my 6 figures? People have the attitude like that. It's gonna be me. My turn is coming. I just gotta have faith. You know what I mean? But they say faith without works is dead. So you gotta
put in that work. You definitely gotta put in that work. Yeah.
God didn't give you your million yet, but what you gonna do today?
Because you gotta realize talent is just not enough. You need more. You gotta have talent plus the other stuff. Like if you don't got the machine behind you, like if you're in music, you don't got the machine behind you, not gonna work. Or if you're not able to fund your own stuff, it's probably not gonna work. I was listening to Keith Sweat on the Breakfast Club. He said he didn't even have a manager. He did his own paperwork because he didn't want a middleman to come between him and his money. You know what I'm saying? The manager can have your stuff come in. He could take money out the front end. You won't even know it's there because you just trusting somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, when they get to their video, they don't want to put in their work. Like Steve Harvey. You remember he said the accountant like gypped him out of money and he ended up passing away. Yeah. But a lot of times what I've seen, like going to school, his master's degree, stuff is when they go do that stuff, if you have it set up, they can't approve. You have to have it set up to where you have to sign off on it before they do it instead of just saying you do it and just let me know later. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people just get lazy, but like I just trust you to do it. And then that Negro attitude, if he trusts me to do it, I can take a little bit off the top. He won't even know. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Bernie Madoff didn't get a bunch of Negroes.
Who?
So
I'm talking about like when people get ripped off for money and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it be negligence involved. You know, you're not really paying attention because you got so much other stuff going on. But you, man, don't ever pay attention to your money, man. You know what I'm saying? So.
Hey, man, you got to pay attention to your finances, and they don't have those classes like that no more. But they got some stuff that's kind of similar, but it's not.
Yeah,
as much the same, but because I think we did have financial classes or something like that at McClellan. I think we did have account in there. I'm tripping.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, man, we had a class together. I think all three of us was in that class. Miss Ann class or something like that before she left. Yeah, I mean, but it's remembering it. I can. It's one of them things you gotta really love it, man. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, man, you ain't gonna stick with you though.
Those were life skills. We were given the skills before. We were put in this situation to use those skills. So, you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah. All right, next topic. Eric Adams, did he make a deal with the Empire? Y'all hear about that mayor, man? I got a video to play too. How he had a federal charge against him. And they said he met with Trump, man, made a deal with him, and Trump told him to drop the charges, and everybody started quitting because they still wanted to go through with the charges, man. I'm trying to think, which one was it? Was it this one?
Convert now.
Her name, Danielle Sassoon. She was the interim U.S. attorney handpicked by the incoming Trump administration with unimpeachable conservative credentials.
Yeah, she quit, man. She couldn't take it, man.
Resigned rather than obey an order from a top Justice Department official to drop the corruption case against New York City's Mayor Eric Adams. Then the Times continues when Justice Department officials transferred the case to the Public Integrity Section in Washington. The two men who led that unit.
So pretty much she didn't want to go through with it when they told her to drop the charges. I think her ambition. Sometimes I can tell her wife, you go into something, you ambitious about it, but the bigger picture is bigger than your ambition, though. You got to realize that sometimes, you can have all the passion and, ambition, and the vigor, but it's called real politics, man. You know what I'm saying?
I think
And
it's a president, because the right thing doesn't matter. If your superiors tell you to do something, you can either move, go with it,
yeah,
or leave. You know what I mean? We're not gonna do nothing. We're not gonna fire you. We're gonna do a lot of pressing, but you know, make it so uncomfortable for you. You're gonna do what we say, or you're gonna leave.
So what do y'all think? Do y'all think he was wrong for making the deal with him being a Democrat governor and stuff like that over New York? You think he was wrong for making that deal to try to get Trump to drop that case?
I mean,
Because
I don't think
it's
he's
tough,
wrong.
man.
And he did anything he had to do to get out that
Anything.
jail.
Anything.
You know what I mean? Whether he had to kiss the ring or bend the knee, whatever he had to do, he went in that office and got busy.
Always win.
Yeah, man.
And he got
It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
Because they do it all the time, right?
Yeah, you can't
But
say he was wrong. What he did was wrong to be in that situation, but to get out of the fire, people will do anything.
Yeah.
Pretty
It's politics,
much.
man. Yeah. A lot of people talk that, man, he messed up. But a lot of people, if it was them, man, I had to do what I had to do, man.
I mean, it's still, everything, you know, was still wrong. He shouldn't have been in that situation.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know what I
Nobody's
mean?
saying
And,
that, sure.
The woman was right. She tried to do the right thing, and she stood on her principles, but she's jobless. The man who did the wrong thing got his job. They got the charges dropped. And the three people who were moral and did the right thing, they end up losing. And I just think that sets a bad example, and it's taking the country in a bad direction.
The thing that's hypothetical in this, if it was an orange, would they have done the same thing? Or would they have dropped the charge? Is it because it's an apple? They got mad and left? Because they want to see the apple get cooked? They want to make apple pie out of?
Yeah, for sure.
But then when it's an orange, and we finna talk about that in the next topic, right?
You know, people
are the oranges feeling what the apples go through?
Nowhere near.
No.
Targets included education, homeland security, and health and human services, including the CDC.
Less than a month into his term, President Trump took a victory lap at the Daytona International Speedway Sunday. President Trump and billionaire ally Elon Musk have worked to reshape and downsize the federal government, a move his supporters are cheering on.
I think he came in, pedal to the metal, as they would say here.
But bearing the brunt of the cost cutting are the tens of thousands of probationary federal workers, newer hires who have been in their roles for a year or two. Close to 1,300 of those employees have been terminated from the Centers for Disease Control, and we're learning about thousands more across other government agencies.
I'd say the last couple of weeks, there was a lot of stress, fear, and tension.
Chelsea Milburn, based in Nevada, was fired last week from the Department of Education. She started last fall, but before that, she served more than a decade in the U.S. Navy. She's part of the approximately 30% of federal workers who are military veterans.
The message right now is that the people making the decisions about whether or not we keep our jobs, how we're treated, and how the termination of our jobs are handled don't care about our service.
The Department of Veterans.
So reason why I say that is a lot of people we know that work at the federal office, it ain't a lot of oranges that work at the federal. If you look at the whole picture, it's more oranges than it is apples that work for the federal office. Because it's insanely hard to get on at the federal job. And you see people like that complaining now, it's tension, it's stress. Well, go down to the workforce office and see what real stress look like, you know what I'm saying? See what kind of people down there for real, you know what I'm saying?
You know, you said your skills and your merit education will protect you. That person was like you're immune to getting chopped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This person served in the military, got a high skill job in a reputable department. You know what I mean? Department of Education. Even the CDC, which is a very important job, high skill job, and they got cut. You know what I mean? And what's the reason? You know what I mean? For a little extra money. So
you know, rich people don't care about color; they care about the bottom line, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what it's all about.
So we've been trying to tell these oranges and apples.
Mm-hmm.
It's
about the bottom line.
Like for people like us, we already know what it is. It don't not anything that's going on is not gonna move me forward or move me backwards. It's what I've been going through. But I'm just glad now y'all see that. Now you see it. You know,
Yeah.
now you
see how I feel. Yeah. You doing everything you can, you putting in the work, and they still get that letter. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I know, they ain't going to admit it, because when they looked at their rally, it wasn't a lot of apples in their rally. It was a bunch of oranges in their rally. You know what I'm saying? And I wonder how many of those people that get laid off voted for Trump.
A lot of them. You know what I'm saying? You know, you think you better. You know, it's what they've been saying.
They not
that middle class is gonna be over with.
They're not like us.
They've been trying to tell you that middle class is gonna be over with. You're not gonna be middle. It's either you're rich or you're poor. It ain't no middle class no more.
Yeah.
Because $300,000 a year is broke now. Let them tell it.
Boy.
Man, if you can't live on 300, you can't live on 300 grand a year, boy. You crazy.
They broke now. They about to lose it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You making 300 grand, you lose 2 months 2 months salary.
Because I guarantee you what happens, some of them people that work, some of those oranges that work for those federal offices, they really weren't doing a whole lot. They were making 300 grand probably for 5+ years. What's 300 grand times 5? That's what, 1.5, something like that? And they probably didn't do it because they felt safe, like they usually do. They feel safe. They feel comfortable. They complacent. And then this come along and shake up the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Same people. Like I said, I know a lot of them voted for Trump.
Separation with them too, like it's a high dollar orange, and then it's
for sure.
And it's a great value orange. The high value oranges say the great value oranges, they not like us. You know what I mean? You will get cut too. You are no better than the apple.
Right. That's what they're seeing right now.
We appreciate your support.
Right.
Thank you for your vote. You know what I mean? We're going to cut the tree down.
You voted for it. What they say, this is what you voted for. They tell it. This is what you voted for. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly what you voted for. And people got to, that's one thing, now we got to hold them accountable for it. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to see what it feel, not see what it feel like. Now you're gonna see what we have to go through even just to make it.
Boy,
you know, I mean, you have to think about that. As an Apple, you try to stay out of jail. You go to college. You know what I mean. You did get your degree. You get a good job, and you know, COVID happens. They take all that away. And you work so hard for it, trying to be a good little Apple. And then they don't understand why you're broke and why you're in the unemployment line. You know, you did what you're supposed to do. You're just another beggar. You know what I mean? And now it's kind of happening to some other oranges. It's like, hey, the same thing happened to me just a couple years ago in COVID. And
you'll be all right, buddy. You'll be all right, buddy. Hey, you'll jump right back in. You'll bounce back. You know, and you tell them that, man, you don't understand, man.
I got a family. I had kids. I had a mortgage. So did I.
Used to go out to eat every day, man. What am I supposed to do now? Well, go back drinking Kool-Aid. Get that box of macaroni and cheese. How much ramen noodles now? A box of ramen noodles now. Is it like $1 for one? Is it for a single now? It's like $1.10 for a single now. It used to be 50 cents, but yeah, man, you got to scale back. You got to scale back. And I think some people were offered a buyout, but they tried to hold out. I think they getting released now. They ain't even getting the buyout, man, from what they saying. They ain't even getting the buyout, man. Trying to play hardball, you know what I'm saying? All right, guys, go to the next slide. How does sports relate to life? Getting to your spot in life to win. Before we go over this, we're going to play a video to talk about this before we dig into it.
In the pre-draft workout,
Jack, don't believe everything you hear.
So go and tell me the truth then. What happened? What
I'm
happened?
telling you the truth. Listen, I was 41 years old, man.
Oh, he gonna start with that. He gonna start. I was 41 years old.
Hey, that's real though.
A young Kobe, and there was some certain things that, you know, they wanted him to work off pick and rolls. They wanted him to get to the elbow. They wanted him to post up, that I had to kind of like take that away. And after that, I remember after that workout, I had never sweated that hard in my life. And once that workout was over with, Jerry goes, Coop, you okay? I said, yeah, I'm fine, man. He goes, he's our kid. That's our pit.
Oh, this ain't the other one. The one on, I think I seen on Facebook. He said that he could not stop Kobe from getting to his spots on the court that he wanted to get to score. And he said that's what make the difference with pros is you can't stop them from getting to their spots. And that's what I'm pretty much saying, like, about life is you got to know where your spots are to get to. There can't nobody stop you from getting there, whether it's the elbow, whether it's that corner three, somewhere in the mid-range, whether it's career, whether it was dating, when you was dating. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, if you get in different positions, like whether it's like dating or something, or like if I get to this point, I'm pretty much in, you know what I'm saying? Career point. If I get to this point in the interview, I know I pretty much got the job. I'm in my zone. So do y'all agree with that? Like, what's some of the zones, like, think about with dating when you was younger? Like, what's some of the spots? If you get to this spot on the court, it's a wrap.
It's
I
automatic.
can't be stopped. Yeah, it's
It's
automatic.
about your comfort zone.
Yeah,
It's
for
about
sure.
your comfort zone in uncomfortable situations, but you gotta feel your way into it. You know what I mean? You get that's where you gain experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Working a new job. You know what I mean? Taking an interview. You know what I mean? You know you're funny. You gotta maybe lighten the mood in the interview. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show more because I don't have the work experience or I don't have the education, so I'm gonna get to my personality in this interview. I'm gonna get to this spot. I'm gonna manipulate the conversation to show my strong points. I mean,
For sure.
that's just one example of just trying to get yourself in position to play your strengths.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
What do you think, Phil?
Yeah, I agree with him too. You know, I just say, don't be a center and you out there trying to play point guard. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
If that makes sense, you know.
Yeah, for sure. I feel you.
Play to what you're good at or great at.
Yeah, or where your spot. Know your spots is. You know, some people, they that corner free throw elbow, they hit that shot every time. You know, some people just like that. That's their spot. You know what I'm saying? If they get to that spot, it ain't nothing you can do. You just go cancel Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
But
yeah, and P, you made a good point. Don't be trying to play point guard when you're a center. Sometimes stuff gets trendy.
Yeah, it does. Yep.
You know what I mean? It's a tech boom. Everybody wants to do computers, but you can't type.
Right.
Barely
That's
can
true.
read. You don't know math. You know what I mean? But you was always wanted to be a plumber or electrician or something like that. Work with your hands. But people, man, you can be rich, man. You can be making six figures in tech, but that's not you.
That's
You
true.
know what I mean? And you're trying to follow somebody else's dream. You a center. You 7 feet. You trying to bring the ball down court because they're paying point guards at this time. Stay in your lane, work at your pace, and you know you're good at something. Even if you're a mechanic, whatever the case may be, I know tech is booming, but you're really good at fixing cars. You know what I mean? And stay in your lane and be comfortable and confident in your skill set and believe in yourself.
Yeah, man, and also you can work on your skills too. But
Right. You should always work on your skills.
Don't let that be your end all be all, dude.
Yeah. No, you should always work on your
Like
skills.
Mike said, don't be so caught up in chasing the dream, being a point guard. You put all your eggs in a tech basket, and you know you're good at cars. Secure that little auto business, and you build your skills. I mean, because it takes some technical and computer skills to work on cars nowadays. You know, we got electric cars, we got hybrids and stuff like
When you
that.
understand the bigger picture of something that you're trying to do, you want to obtain the different skills. And even if you don't have time to do it, nobody can get over on you. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. A lot of times people get over on you because you don't know. Like an HVAC person can get over on you if you don't know nothing about HVAC. he could say he went up in your attic and did something. He didn't do nothing, because you didn't want to look. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just went in the house and he went up there. He just went up there for 5 minutes, just sat up there and looked around. All right, I guess I get down now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I went up there and blew your unit out.
Pay $150 for a capacitor, and I went down to the store and got one for $8. Dude charged you $100 for the labor and $150 for the part, and the part was $8.
Man,
but that was a cool little lick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, cool little lick because you didn't know. Yeah, didn't know. What about to say, Bill?
I don't know. Thanks to TikTok, I can work on it. if it's something that's reasonable, like, you know what, I can do that. I go and do it. But if that's your what you call it, if that's what you're really great at, I'm gonna pay.
Yeah, me too. Like when it comes to like my hot water heater or my air conditioner, I turn the power off, make sure the breaker off, and I mess with it a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that's about as far as it goes.
but I know, like, if you worked on it or not, like, I'm not like that naive. Like, when somebody come out there, I'm either gonna stand out there and probably check watch you do it, or especially when you spending that kind of money. Like, I remember one time we first moved into this house, a dude came out. It was their home warranty stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what made me super skeptical after that. But they sent the dude after he didn't know what he was doing, working on a heat pump. And then he messed it up, and they had to replace it. But it took so much time to do that, you know what I'm saying, work time. But if I wasn't out there paying attention to what he was doing, they would have tried to get over on me. The home warranty company say, well, he did his job. No, he didn't.
Put some tape on.
No. Nah, but yeah, man. So yeah, had to get to that spot and put that full court press on him, man. Like, nah, I'm at the spot now. Nah. So, but yeah, guys, you gotta know in life how to get to that spot, man. Even say dealing with women, man. Like, all women, you think women are wholesome when you're young, but you realize some women, they will take advantage of you if you're not smart, man. You know what I'm saying? If they get to their spot before you get to your spot, it's a wrap, man. It's a wrap. It's a lot of dudes that weren't paying attention. They got to their spot first. It's like, man.
Terrible.
Man.
It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
Did the girl ever beat you to the spot, Pill? Did the girl ever beat you to the spot, man? When you was younger? Yeah, I got beat. Everybody get beat to the spot a couple times, man. That's how you learn, man.
Can't win them all.
Can't win them all, boy. I had a girl tell me one time, why you don't want to go to church with me? What? I didn't even. What are you talking about? Go to church.
Mike, you was going for the deep ball all the time.
All the time. Randy Moss. Hey, I was watching, it was a real
like, Mike, this double coverage.
It don't matter. If I throw it to the corner, though, is he going to go out of bounds or they going to catch it? If I throw it to the corner, to the pylon. Pac-Man said, man, I ain't had, huh? What did I say, bro?
Sideline talking about the interception. I was like,
Hey, I get it next time. Don't worry about it. I know what to throw it to next time. That's on me. I'd rather throw it now, man, while in the first quarter, man, so I can win in the fourth quarter. I know what to do with it now.
It wasn't her. I just got my welcome to the NBA moment. That was more like
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the NBA.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't fun. I'm like, damn.
These
Pac-Man,
big league.
Yeah, Pac-Man said he was playing. He said, I didn't have no problem until I went up against Randy Moss. He said, I thought I could hold him one-on-one. He said, this dude ran a go-around. I'm trying to run. He outrunning me. I was like, man. He said, I told him at halftime, hey, man, I need somebody over the top, man. I can't hold this dude, dog. He said, all he ran was go-routes. That's all he ran. He had like 60 yards going into halftime. Oh, man, it's funny. Some people just that good, man. What I'm trying to tell the young dudes. Some girls, they out of your league, man. It's like trying to hold Randy Moss. You just out of your league, man. You think you can cover it until you start backpedaling. You realize, wait a minute, what just happened? You know what I'm saying? So,
I gave her my debit card number. You know what I mean? She said she wasn't gonna use it.
Boy. All right, the last one. The thinking topic, accomplishments is not individual development. I think people need to understand this. Like accomplishments is not individual development. You still have to develop yourself once you get older. You got to deal with those internal issues and traumas. Accomplishments don't get rid of those. Accomplishments just show that you've been honing your skills and you got to that point. But your individual development though is something totally different. You got to always work on yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think anyway. But
I'm awesome.
So what do you mean by that? Are you saying like getting a PhD don't make you a good husband? Or you know what I mean?
100%. You got to work on that. PhD don't get rid of your trauma. PhD don't get rid of your traumas. You know what I'm saying?
Getting a promotion or being a lawyer don't make you a good father. You know what I mean? So
okay.
Yeah.
You can't hide behind your money or your accomplishments when you're just like a terrible person.
You could be a millionaire and still be a manipulator. Yeah.
You're an alcoholic. You got to deal with that. You know what I mean? A lot of people think the ends justify the means. You know what I mean? Well, I'm making this money. You still beating your wife.
Right.
You know, you're making this money. You still, well, I just gambling. You know what I mean? I smoke a little crack here or there. You know what I mean? It just don't, you kind of work out. No woman to stay with you or no man to stay with you. You know what I mean? Well, I'm a lawyer and they can't deal with me because I'm a boss. You know what I mean? Yeah. Men are intimidated by me, but you're a piece of POS. So you know what I mean? Yeah. So you gotta.
Yeah, I was watching that guy on, was it Tonight's Conversation? Man, he had this woman almost about to cry. She was talking about how she do this. She got her degree. I got my money. All this, snapping her neck. And he said, the thing I hear, I always hear you women talk about what they do, or what they have, what they done, but I never hear them talk about their character. Man, she just stood up.
Oh,
so are you a good woman? Are you a good woman? Are you gonna be a good?
We're
are you
not gonna do
submissive?
this.
No, I'm just telling you what he said. But the women didn't say that. They didn't argue with him. They got kind of quiet what he said. They just like, nah, I'm not saying that y'all are bad. I'm saying y'all take on sometimes the work characteristics of some dudes. Like to be successful, sometimes you got to be condescending. It's gonna bring out the worst parts in you sometimes. And he said, I don't think y'all realize that. Like sometimes y'all so successful, it brought out the worst parts of you, but you're only magnifying the things, your accomplishments, but you're not talking about your individual development. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, as long as I can take care of me and I can support me, I'm fine. But you're not working on anything else. You got out of survivor mode. Congratulations. You're not struggling. You're not check to check. But you develop no other social skills. You're not a good person. You're aggressive, but all your bills are paid. You don't have to beg. You don't have OnlyFans. Congratulations.
What age do y'all think that a person start being responsible for their development? What you think? What age? For any individual, just a human being in general, just what age do you think?
I mean, as soon as you can make a mistake, you can start improving. As soon as you make a mistake, you can like, I'm teaching my son social lessons, and now, you know what I mean? Hey, this is your actions have a reaction. You know what I mean? Things make certain things make you feel certain type of way. It gets a negative reaction out of you. Is that a trigger for you? You know what I mean? Why does that make you sad? If you can't control everything, you get a little upset. Now you want to push people. Now you want to yell. Now you want to make fun of people. You got to start correcting this stuff. Your parents kind of help you early.
Right, that's true.
But sooner or later, you can be out of their house and you still have negative characteristics.
Yeah, some people just have to be careful. Some people just taste violence and they change their whole development, man. They just get a taste of it. Like some people just pulling a gun on somebody and seeing the fear in that person's eyes, they get off. They like that. You know what I'm saying? And you start developing that habit. Now you pulling guns on people just because you get mad. You know what I'm saying? Robbing banks, or and just even with chasing girls, you develop that. You develop the habit of talking to girls, like the pattern of just talking to girls. You get a girl number, deal with her for a certain amount of months. You kind of see where you at. You get to that spot on the court. You know what I'm saying?
And you don't know how to be in a relationship out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you say, violence. Some people get a taste of violence in elementary school, and they don't want nothing to do with violence ever since. Every time they get conflict, they back down. and
Yeah.
now you developed
Yeah, I'm like that. I'm a civilian, man. I
a
back
cowardly a cowardly way of thinking and a cowardly way of being. People are pushing your boundaries. Since you don't want conflict, you let them roll over you because that one taste. Every time somebody gets angry or gets hostile with me, I back away from conflict. Sometimes you know, as an adult, you can't walk away.
I think some people too, though. I think
in the corporate world,
if you know yourself, like what's in your DNA, sometimes too. Some people, I've been there. I know what's in my DNA, and I don't want to get to that part of my DNA because I may not come back. You know what I'm saying? I might turn into a totally different person. And I've seen that in other people.
Those feelings, you know what I mean, to defend yourself and stand your ground and set solid
You can defend
boundaries.
yourself and stand your ground, but you gotta know when and when not to. Like say, take some violence. Like you mess around and shoot somebody, they may open up that part of your DNA. Where now that's you can't go back. You know what I'm saying? You turn into a killer.
Ain't no thrill like that. You know what I mean? You're not gonna get a thrill. You know what I mean? A closing
Like it's some dudes, all they did was solve their problems with their fists, but they can't be social because that's how they solve problems. They ain't even with women. They don't know how to talk their way through stuff. They just, you know what I'm saying, beat their way through stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's that kind of stuff. You know, you lose the development, your social development, because it's all physical development. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Some people, like you said, some people be beating it so much they can't even really talk to women no more. They take the easy way out. You know what I mean? I didn't want to kiss you anyway. I'm gonna go home and watch my video on my phone. You know what I mean? Because that's easier for you, and you're gonna take the easy way out. You know, I'm abstinent by choice. You know what I mean? I'm celibate by choice. I don't need women. I need myself. I ain't had sex in 7 years, but you know,
it's definitely. I know back then that was crazy, but it's so the access so much easier to access now. It's crazy. It's ridiculous now. So yeah, I definitely feel you on that. You know, it wasn't cell phones. We was coming up with 98. There wasn't no cell phones, nothing like that. So
we got VHS. You know what I mean?
VHS, Jake Steve.
You know what I mean? Like, man, that was passed down for generation to generation. You know what I mean? So,
la da 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 da.
My grandpa gave me this.
Yeah. Well, and the tape name was Roots. That's what's messed up. And that's what messed up. The tape name was Roots. That's what's messed up.
I think it said this can't be Roots.
It can't be Roots. Long as a root. Oh man.
Family don't matter.
Boy, for real. They said, what was it, Carl, man? He doing the other kind of stuff, man. I would have never thought dude was like this. Carl Winslow.
Oh, man.
That's allegedly.
I think he came out. I think he came out, man. Yeah, I think he came out.
That's that man business.
Hey,
Man, business. I just would have never thought it, man.
I wouldn't check it for.
No, he just said it, man.
It wasn't Carl Winslow. Uncle Phil will hurt me. Uncle Phil, no, man. No,
So
Uncle
before
Phil.
we get out of here, before we get out of here, what y'all think about what's his name, man? You think you got to put him on the list now? Since he won a Super Bowl, man. My guy for the Eagles.
Jalen Hurts.
They gotta stop hating on him now, man.
I think he should play the strategy. How can you beat it? I think he went to the Super Bowl twice, 3 times, and you're still underrated. Let him underrate you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I mean? Don't see me as a threat. You know what I mean? I don't know what else this man's got to do to prove it to you. I don't want to. If I was him, I don't want to prove it to you. Keep thinking I'm sorry, and I'm gonna keep going to Super Bowls back to back. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Hype
Pay me
don't
my
do
money.
nothing,
Pay me my money.
Up against you, Lamar Jackson. Everybody think he's a super saiyan. You know what I mean?
He
Lamar
really is.
Jackson
He just
going to get
I don't
every
know.
team's best game. Every team is going to give Lamar Jackson their best. You know what I mean? But they keep underestimating Jalen Hurts. You know what I mean? Like he a chump. You know what I mean? And I don't know why. You know what I mean? I guess he got a lot of other skilled players around him.
I'm wondering who was calling the players for the Ravens because I don't know why they weren't running. What's the name down their throat? The Buffalo Bills' throat. It's a cold game. It's snowing out, and you got this bulldozer behind. Man, I would have been running slams, off tackles.
We
Man,
know
I'm
why.
trying to. Yeah,
We know
boy,
why.
crazy. But,
Absolutely crazy.
Nah,
but
but
yeah,
Jalen Hurts
guys,
solid.
go ahead.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts, he's solid. What he about got the same Super Bowl record as what Eli?
Yeah. You know,
Do
like
we?
I mean, he got a couple
I
years
thought
to get
Eli
one more
won 2 or
year.
1. Eli won 2 or 1.
I think he won 2.
Yeah, he won 2.
He beat
Okay.
the Patriots twice, I think.
Yeah.
Yep, he got 2.
Listen,
That's
Tracy.
the only reason he in there.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, the Super Bowl, like, it's like a little. The Chiefs was like a little. Andy Reid was like a little kid playing Madden. Pass. You get in the second half, y'all got 7 yards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Y'all only ran the ball 8 times. That's like a 5-year-old playing Madden. My son was playing Madden the other day. He ran like 27 jet sweeps. You know what I mean? That's the only play. No, jet sweep.
He just ain't gonna learn. He just ain't gonna learn.
Justin Jefferson, jet sweep. You know what I mean? Because that's the play he understands.
I
But I
remember
hadn't Reed coach like that since he was at the Philadelphia Eagles.
Boy, I remember when he played against the Patriots and he had Corey Dillon. Remember he had Corey Dillon back there, man. Man, he was running Corey Dillon all down the Eagles.
Crazy.
Man, yeah. But yeah, guys, pretty ready to get up out this thing. I hope everybody bundle up, man. Put your snuggies on. Get up out this sleep. I seen a woman at Dollar General, man. I feel bad for her. She said, man, they were supposed to let me off, but they said I might have to come into work. I was like, yeah, you know how them hospitals is, man. You know, they open 24/7. She was at Dollar General, but she worked at Children's. She said that she was supposed to be off, like, I guess the next 3 days, but I think they called her back in. I said, well, you know how them hospitals is. They don't never close, man. So,
I don't miss that at all.
yeah, boy. I don't miss it at all either, man.
Amen.
But all right, guys, we finna get ready to sign out this thing.
Be safe. Everybody.
Anything y'all want to say before we sign out?
I'm good.
You anything you want to say, Phil? All right, bro.
I'm good.
All right, guys, we signing out this thing. Think Again Podcast on Tuesday.